Dear friends, organizers, and distinguished guests at the Geneva Summit, from Venezuela, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for recognizing President-elect Edmundo González and me with the Courage Award 2025. The mere fact of being considered here among so many brave people fighting all over the planet to defend freedom, democracy, and human rights is a huge honor. Evidently, the true deserving recipient of this prize is the Venezuelan people. The courage recognized here today is a courage demonstrated by millions of Venezuelan citizens who on July 28 won an overwhelming victory over a brutal tyranny. That day, Edmundo González obtained more than twice as many votes as Nicolás Maduro, reaching almost 70% support among those who were allowed to vote. Furthermore, if the regime that oppresses Venezuela today had not used countless arguments to prevent millions of Venezuelans from voting, the gap would have been much greater. This is why it is necessary to value that victory in its fair measure. Anyone who knows today's Venezuela understands that behind each of those millions of votes lies enormous courage, work, and love. That's a court required to overcome the censorship, lies, coercion, and threats the autocratic regime imposes on every single Venezuelan, inside and outside our country. That's the courage it takes not only to vote, but also to defend your voice. Maduro agreed to compete against Edmundo González because he thought that we, the citizens, would never be able to prove our victory. He ordered everyone under his command to prevent widespread access of electoral monitors to the original tally sheets printed by the voting machines. But he never anticipated that very high level of organization that our people had to develop on this occasion. Hundreds of thousands of brave citizens participating in the collection and publication of the original tally sheets. To do this, our volunteers and monitors had to overcome all kinds of threats at each voting center, then take the tally sheets to the totalization centers that evaded the surveillance of the autocratic regime. Thanks to these largely anonymous heroes to whom this Courage Award truly belongs, the victory of the Venezuelan Democrats is known and recognized worldwide. But by committing to this goal, thousands of Venezuelans and their family took great risks. The Maduro regime does not forgive them for the defeat they inflicted on July 28, and that is why they are now the targets of the true manhunt. In order to break any citizen resistance, the regime repression forces applied Sappenhat, the persecution of an entire family for the acts of a single individual. The persecution was already merciless before July 28 elections. The members of our campaign teams know this well. Many of them are in prison, some over a year. Many suffered forced disappearances and torture, including the son-in-law of our president-elect. Hundreds more are in hiding or exile, while my closest collaborators remain as hostages in the Argentinian embassy. This group survives a brutal siege day by day while they are denied the safe conduct required by the international treaties. The post-election repression has been even more brutal. More than 2,000 Venezuelans have joined those who, for political reasons, suffer human rights violations and crimes against humanity. Children, teenagers, women, the elderly, the disabled. No one is safe from this savage repression. In spite of that, the courage of Venezuelan Democrats is infinite because our fight is just and necessary. We have managed to unite a country, tearing down the barriers the regime built to divide us. Ours is the fight of a nation united against a criminal tyranny in defense of human rights, freedom, and democracy. That is why we have no alternative but victory. We will continue fighting until the end, until justice reigns again in Venezuela and we can bring our kids back home. We have come such a long way. Maduro regime today is isolated internationally, rejected nationally, and divided within. Venezuelans are determined to defend our July 28th mandate and our constitution and popular sovereignty and force. Yes, we're facing the most dangerous and challenging hours. We are prepared and determined, and we know that we are not alone. as all of you have proven today. Venezuela will be free. This fight is until the end. Thank you.